Welcome, guys, to Smithereens, Mr. Smith podcast. I'm your co-host, Tom Bertlis, the senior developer at Mr. Smith. We have Jared over here. Jared, what's your title again?
Technically, I am the director of client services. And project manager here at Mr. Smith.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, a lot of client stuff.
Okay. And then we have Gabby, who is the producer of this podcast.
What's up?
Gabby, what is your title here?
My title?
I should probably know this.
Content specialist.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So we decided to start a podcast. This idea came about. This idea has been in the works before I was even working here, I think. Jared, I think maybe you would know more about it than
it's been in the works since I've started here.
Yeah.
And it's just like a vehicle for us to directly relate to what we're doing in the industry compared to what we do for our clients, what we see that inspires us, and just another platform for us to kind of flex our creative wings.
Right. And so you mentioned our industry. Jared, what do we do here?
It's a lot. Mr. Smith,
I feel like, hold on real quick. I feel like what I wanted you to say in response to that was, what don't we do here?
What don't we do here, Tom?
All right, cool. I'm going to edit that together.
Yeah. We do everything.
Yeah. I think that's true.
Yeah,
we
do a lot of stuff. We're a full scale marketing and advertising company. We have a team of 10 currently. Do everything from websites to branding, print, digital marketing, advertising, photography, videography, the whole works. So, full scale. Really, really talented team here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, throughout this season and the forthcoming seasons, you, the listener, will get to know everybody on the team. I think everyone's on this first season, right?
Every single person on staff. We're a small team of just 10 people, and every episode, our co-hosts, Tom and Jared, they're going to be interviewing new guests, and these guests are people on our team, especially, just for the first season, and then, we'll introduce people outside of the agency. But we wanted to keep it internal for the very first season because we're a group of just random people, but we're all a group of random creative people. And even though we all have different jobs, we come together and it kind of just forms this perfect team.
It's
how you close that out.
I was trying to think of another word, so it just wasn't coming
perfect,
to me fast enough.
That's our content writer.
Where would you go with this? Is it like a good bowl of curry or something
a good bowl of curry?
I'm running
you got a lot of different ingredients.
So little together. Sleep.
This team and this podcast is like a good bowl of curry. It sounds pretty good right now. Right. We're getting close to dinner.
Yeah, getting there. No, but to Gabby's point though, we all come from different backgrounds and we all have different opinions about things, and we see we're creative in our different ways. And through the course of this season and the future episodes, we try to get a little bit more intimate into what all of us do as far as our roles, but how we see different things and how it affects our creativity.
Yeah, we talk about pretty much everything from the latest technology to pop culture, design, newest marketing trends. And so it's at first it sounds a little random, wow, we talk about everything, but it's through the lens of people who work at an agency, a very small agency. Right. We work with a ton of different clients. Every day is so different for us. Right. So it's really just giving people a glimpse into what happens inside this office, but also just inside our heads because,
True.
I think showing people different personalities here, when we're putting out client work, no one really sees the people who's creating it. And sometimes you might think they're robots, but it's no, we're actually...
Oh, we're not robots. Thank you very much.
Speak for yourself.
Especially not
I'm sorry.
today.
One of us might be a robot. But...
So I guess, Tom, what would be your goal to get out of this podcast? What's a good goal for you to...
I think it kind of piggybacks maybe off of what Gabby just said it gives us a little bit more personality.
Yeah.
Right? I think, some of the people here are very client facing, and like, everyone who comes through these doors to work with us knows Rob or Chrissy, or you know what I mean? Like, or you, Jared. But I speaking for myself as the co-host here, as a developer, you don't really maybe have that as much, but I think this podcast can serve as a way for a potential client to maybe get to know us before signing on with us. Our current clients maybe even get to know us better, and I think other creatives in Buffalo, outside of Buffalo, wherever, to find stuff in common with what we do here and what we talk about. I feel like anyone who is creative, for the most part, can relate to a lot of the topics that we talk about here. Because not only are we talking about like very specific things, but even like philosophies. I mean, the second episode with brand loyalty, or I guess I'm sorry, that's actually the first episode, brand loyalty and creative problem solving. That's kind of bigger topics, I guess, right. and they get those two, especially, I think, get pretty deep into those things. But I think that's really the goal at the end of the day, is to just kind of give us a little bit more of a personality,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think for me, I would just like to be able to at least provide a glimpse in what it's like to work at an agency.
Yeah.
We have a lot of interns who come through, intern for us.
Absolutely.
Or inquire about interning, or even people who worked on like in marketing fields, not with an agency, and they're kind of curious how work-life balance is, what the typical day is like, how we work together. It just kind of gives people like a little bit of peek underneath the hood.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a cool part too, is how we work and kind of communicate together. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's, we've talked about that as a differentiating factor for this too, is it's a podcast of people. We all work together every day with each other. These people aren't just coming on to do a podcast. Right. Like, we work on, the work that we put through the door, we all touch it. You know what I mean? I think, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, this episode, we're calling it episode 0, and essentially we just kind of want to build some excitement for the upcoming season, and just put it out there that we really, really would love, if you're listening or plan to listen, any feedback on how we're doing, any topics you would like us to cover in the future, and if you're ever interested in kind of coming and sit and being a guest, and please let us know.
Any topics that people are curious about, whether they're clients, creative people, whatever. How much they enjoy the background noise of the fan that's on in this conference room.
Yeah, I don't mind. That just kicked on hot in here. So make sure you follow us on social media.
Please.
Gab Shop Smith Agency.
There you go. Check out our website that Tom developed.
Woo.
And
it's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So keep up with us, and we'll keep this content coming.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Enjoy.
See ya.
Peace.